what we also celebrate today? We celebrate International Sign Language Day, which is D-D-A-Y, right? Sign Language Day. I think I got that right.
Well,
but we do
me.
have some experts. Who I completely forgot all of my sign language. But Carrie, I know you have two special guests who are going to be on this morning to tell us more.
Yep, that's right. And with me this morning is Kushiba Lafleur, who is the former executive officer of the Trinidad and Tobago Association for the Hearing Impaired, as well as Nicole Paul, who is the executive director of the NGO Caribbean Sign Language Center. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, morning.
Morning. Thank you. And happy International Sign Language Day. I know we celebrate that today, the 23rd of September. But let us get a little bit of backstory on it. When was it first commemorated?
I think it was in 2017, the United Nations would have made arrangement and an agreement with the World Federation of the Deaf. It was in 2018, though, we started officially celebrating the official day as the September the 23rd. And that's when it became a big thing, where we celebrated during the week of the deaf, and the 23rd was officiated as the day for International Day of Sign Languages.
And what is the theme for this year's commemoration?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
What is the theme for this year's commemoration?
Well, the International Week of the Deaf theme is reaffirming the human rights of deaf people. But the theme for Sign Language Day is sign languages are for everyone. It's something that the World Federation of the Deaf would have formed this sort of collaboration. Well, most organizations are members once you're in the National Association of the Deaf. And they would have come up with this sort of like a challenge for national organizations within every country to challenge their leaders to use sign language during the time of the Week of the Deaf, so that persons will be more familiar with sign language and understand the importance of national or local sign languages.
Now, you said there that the part of the theme for this year is that sign language is for everyone. A lot of people would think, well, you know, people who are hearing impaired are the ones who need sign language. Could you differentiate for us why it's important for everyone to understand and learn sign language?
So I'll give an example, a simple one. I'm a parent of a deaf child, and if I could not sign, my son and I could not have communicated.
Right.
If I could not sign when we go to the doctor's office or he goes out to anywhere that he goes, he would not have been able to understand, or he would not have understood anything that was happening. If his teacher of the deaf, which Bernadine Worrell was his teacher in secondary school, and then we had Nicole and Frank and all the others who taught them in primary school, if they could not sign, my son would not have been able to be educated. So that is the importance of persons learning to sign, especially parents and those of us who are sign language users. One of the things that I should mention is today is not just a day for us to celebrate sign language, but it's a day for us to support and to promote the protection of the rights of deaf persons, their cultural identity and linguistics rights, for deaf people and for people who are sign language users, and those people are like us who really are in support and advocate for the rights of deaf people.
I want to jump in here because I know work was being done on the adaptation of sign language to colloquialism used in Trinidad and Tobago and across the world, so that you're making it not just the same way that you would study standard English and then you have Trinidad and Tobago English, or, you know, do you have any further information with regard to how the sign language has been adapted to suit our own idiosyncrasies here in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, what we do now is that CSLC has a number of classes that they teach. Inclusive of their classes, they have deaf culture and the language all caught up in there. So you learn Trinidad and Tobago Sign Language as part of it.
Yeah.
At the University of the West Indies, Dr. Ben Braffett, he also has a diploma in Caribbean Sign Language, where you learn about the culture of the deaf, the history that started off most of the sign languages within the region, and how that affects or how that is used in different countries. Because most people think sign language is one standard language, but there are different languages across the world.
Right.
So there obviously will be different sign languages across the world. And that's why the theme is sign languages are for everyone.
And I know Nicole is going to be teaching Carrie and I did a course many years ago with Deborah Boko Mason, so I have completely forgotten a lot of what I learned. But Nicole is supposed to be teaching us something this morning, Carrie. I don't
Really?
know if, yes, apparently.
I'm very willing to learn because I know nothing.
So Nicole, are
So
you
Carrie, at least Carrie can learn hi.
Okay, so
and
I'm going to have to
sign
put
for
on my glasses.
International Day. At least one, at least those three things. I think you'll get it.
All right. Well, I'll try
think
my
So
very
let's
best.
go.
Right, so let's go one time.
Okay, I can't even see you now. That's the challenge.
Oh,
Because
gosh,
of where the
girl.
screen is. So I'll have to cheat a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking
You
at you.
have to
So-
learn to say hi or hello.
hello. You all right?
Good. Now
Right.
you have to learn how to sign. You already know the sign for sign, right?
Yes, sign. Yes.
Good. Or
Right.
the more generic sign, where you use your whole hand. Okay. Language. Touch the tips of the L's.
Right. Sign
of
language. Yes,
L.
I know this
Right.
one. Yeah.
And you ripple out. That's language.
Yes.
Oh.
Right?
So it's sign
Language.
language.
Good. So we
Sign
know sign,
Sign
language.
language.
Ah.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay.
Now, sign language. The point is to communicate. So let's say that. Give me two C's. By the
These.
side of your mouth. Communicate. Back and forth.
Communicate.
Back.
Ah.
I love it.
Communicate.
Communicate.
Let's communicate.
Yes.
Now, we are here today because we are talking about communicating with whom? The deaf. Sign for deaf. Air, touch by, side of mouth. Air, side of mouth. That is the sign for deaf. Okay?
Ah, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Now, this is, of course, universally good.
Good. And you
I like that.
You know, a question that I have is that you see how you are using your entire body to bring it across. How important is using your body and your facial expressions with signing?
It is
Because
very,
sign
very
language,
important.
yeah, it's a visual language. It is very important to use the expressions. So in signing, especially Caribbean people, especially Trinidadians, we use our hands and our body to speak a lot,
Yes.
and it kind of explain more of what you're saying. So your facial expressions, even if you think you're saying something to a deaf person and they may not understand, your expressions can help them understand better,
Right.
and the body language that you may use. And
So
then
I-
we have our own unique way of saying things.
Mhm.
So a sexy woman would look a certain way compared to another country.
So you have to say,
You know, we
how you
give
do
them that
S now?
kind of curvaceous kind of look.
I'm
you know,
seeing
so
Nicole
body
doing it.
language-
Yes.
Yeah.
I get it. I
It's
get
very
it. So
important.
I think I know. I think I remember how to say it. But because Carrie has, you know, we all know about Carrie and his girlfriend. I want you to teach Carrie to say "I love you" in sign.
Okay, fine.
Right.
That is nice and easy. We have a short way
Right.
and we have the nice long way. We go the long way first.
All right.
Let's go I. So I, you point to yourself.
Right.
I
I.
love. It looks like love. Love.
Come, Carrie, lean into
No.
it.
All right.
Again. Let's go again. I
I.
love
love
you.
you.
All right.
Oh,
Now
that's
that you
easy.
learned it that way, we're now going to do the short way. This is how it goes. This is the I.
Wait, is that left
And
or
the
right
right
hand?
Any?
You use whichever hand
Right,
is your
right.
dominant hand. Which hand you write with?
Yeah, I read
So-
with my right.
Good.
hand.
That is I love you. You know how it's
So
I love
Nicole, you have to
right?
come a little
I-
more into this camera. Move,
Okay.
Oh,
move your
okay.
hand to the yes, right there. Yeah.
I
Next
thought
way.
so.
Next way.
And next way.
Yes, right there. Uh-huh.
And
I.
this there is the L for love. And
Right.
you point it at whoever. I love you.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Nice. So like
Very
this.
good there.
So that's I
Nice.
love you in sign language.
Aw.
No.
So nice.
All
Really
right?
nice.
Good.
Oh, I
Thank you.
love
Love
How do you say thank you?
Yes,
That's
thank
it.
you. How do you say thank
must
you?
know to say thank you. You can do it with one hand. Thank
Right.
you. or
Thank
with
you.
two hands. Thank you.
Oh, so when we blow kisses, we are saying thank you as well.
Almost, yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
we Trinese do that all the time.
Yes, I love it. So
Yeah.
before we let you guys go,
Thank you.
where can we go to learn this right now? Where can we get classes? I would love to learn.
So the thing is, you can log on to CSLC's website because right now our classes are online.
Okay.
And just like how we're doing this online interview, our classes are online. We recently started.
Right.
You know, you have one or two little hiccups, but the classes are extreme. They're going well.
Yes.
We have a team of people who really work hard at making sure things run smoothly, and we have amazing tutors. Majority of them are deaf, and that's one of the mantras of CSLC, to have deaf persons teaching sign language, because who other than the best
Yes.
for the native learner to teach you to, you know, a language that then there is naturally theirs. So
Right.
you can log on to the website, and the website gives you the guidelines of how to sign up for a class. So join us in one of the sessions.
All right. Well,
All
we
right.
want to say thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, double.
Yeah.
Fun.
Thank you for
It was
this
fun.
sign language lesson. But we got to leave it there, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Thank you so much.